Welcome back to Cam's Classic. We're working on the Mustang today. Firebird, we're still waiting on the engine. As soon as we get it, we'll get it installed and get that one back on the road. But we did get the engine back in. Again, Blueprint engine 302. We got that back in. We found an issue though when we went to install the transmission, and that's what I want to talk to you about. So we ordered the transmission bell housing from American Powertrain. Nothing wrong with what they did, but this bell housing that and this is the only one they sell, is for a Fox body Mustang. So if you notice in here, there's a little drilled out spot. It's for a ball stud. But if you'll notice right here is the window for your clutch fork. So what we found, the Fox body Mustang is a pole style clutch fork, meaning it pivots on this ball here, and as you push the clutch, this side of it moves forward. The previous era Mustangs are, they pivot right here. I'll show you on the old one here in a second, but they pivot right here, and they are a push style. So this end pushes, and that forces the fork out this. It pivots on this side instead of pivoting on this side. So that leaves you a few options. You cannot make the clutch that's in this car work with this bell housing. So here's your options. One, if you have the original bell housing, which we do still have, as you can see, here's the window, here's the pivot point. It's not over here, it's over here. So there's your pivot point. The difference is this is about a little over an inch shorter than this one. So you can buy, they make an adapter that goes between the bell housing and the transmission, and you just sandwich it in between there, that takes up the distance so that this isn't too long. This bell housing will not work with this transmission. You're about that much too long. Basically what's going to ride the pilot bearing too long, because that's about an inch. And so this and that transmission will not just bolt to that transmission or bolt to that engine or any. So it's the same bell housing, 289, 302, 351, I believe. But so we could use this one, buy the adapter. The problem is it's cracked and broken right here on one of the dowel pins. It would have been okay, but we already had this one that's brand new. So the option we have is we can convert to a hydraulic clutch. Now the way a hydraulic clutch works, let me find the part.
They're right on top of the box right there.
Okay, so we bought this kit from American Powertrain. So it has this hydraulic throwout bearing. So what this will do, it'll go in here, and it uses hydraulic pressure much like a brake system to expand this out and push on the clutch fingers to release the clutch. There's a few ways we can put this in. One, so it does have a master cylinder. It uses .3 brake fluid. Let me grab if I can. So this is the master cylinder. Mounts to the firewall like that. This feeds down to this part. The hoses and everything are provided. Feeds down to that. And you have two options on this piece. If it's easily accessible, you can just mount that directly onto there. Just slides on. Or you can do it as a remote reservoir. Put this in. They included the hoses and adapters and stuff that you can make this a remote reservoir, which is what we're probably going to do, just to make it easier to get to this, because you do have to fill that with fluid, and there is a bleeding process. It's not nearly as much as brakes, but there is a little bit of a bleeding process. So we're ready to get this installed. Let me show you what we got. So we did remove the brake booster. So we did convert this to 4-wheel disc brakes. So you saw that in one of our other videos. And then right here is where the brake booster. So it's a vacuum booster and the master cylinder mount. But this part, the clutch part, goes right here. So you do have to drill these 3 holes. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll get that put in. So they give you a plate that goes on the inside. Plate that goes on the inside sandwiches against the firewall like this. And then this part goes in here like this. And as you can see, if we was to put that reservoir right there, we would be fighting our master cylinder. So what we can do is we can move it over to here, or find another place. We could even mount it on this apron if we want to, just so it's easy to get to add fluid to. The one thing they do say is it does have to be above this until you get it bled. After it's bled, it actually can go below it, but we're going to mount ours higher than it anyway. That'll help with gravity feed and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and get this portion installed, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so we're back. We got the pressure feed. We've run the hose down. It's just hanging out down there until we get ready to hook it up. This one's also loose. We haven't decided where we're going to put our bottle yet. We want to get the brake master cylinder back in there so we see where things are kind of sitting and hanging out before we make a decision on where we want to put it. We got to take into account where these hinges are going to go when the hood sits down and a few of those things. Let me show you on this. So this is the throw out bearing. Basically the hose that's down there, we plug into this where this red one is, screw it on, and then this has, we did change this out. So on the Tremec transmissions, this kit can go in a lot of different things. It can go in the Ford top loaders. For them you have to use this. For the Tremec you just have to replace this bolt with this stud. So it has that, so this can't, basically this can't move. This spins freely, but this part can't move, which keeps your hoses in line, keeps everything sitting where it needs to be. So there's a few things we still got to do. We got to do some measuring. So we got to put the bell housing back on the engine, measure to the clutch forks, measure from here. And then there's a possibility we've got to shim this out. They do provide the shims. So those just go on behind this, shim it out to get the ideal throw for this bearing. So we'll get those measurements done, get this mounted, and we should be pretty well good to go. But we'll come back to you when we get ready to put this back in, because I think we're going to have to do some finagling. I think we're going to have to take this off and put it on, you know, put the hose on through our bell housing, and then just feed this up onto the transmission as we put the transmission in. But we'll see on that. So I'm not sure. First time we've ever done one of these. So thanks for watching. We'll come back and show you more later. Welcome back to Camus Classics. As we said, we'd bring you back when we were ready to do our measurements. We did do our measurements, so you do need a straight edge. So it goes against the bell housing and against the bearing. And then you need something like this. So there's a set of calipers that gives me the exact measurements. So what you do is put this against the flat edge, this against the clutch fingers, and against the transmission housing. And that gives you your numbers. So what we've got, and they recommend you do a couple of measurements and then do an average. So that's what we did. So we have an A measurement, which is the measurement from the bell housing to the clutch fingers, and you have a B measurement, which is the measurement from the bearing to the transmission, and then you subtract those. And so we have 3.923 minus 2.819, and that gives us 1.104. Then we subtract 0.057. And we'll do that a few times until we get to, the number we're really shooting for is 0.150, but we're going to do that till we get to 0.10 and 0.20. So we'll do that and see what we get. Okay, so we did our measurements, so you get the measurements. Basically what that tells you is how many shims you're going to need. So they send the shims, ours required 4. Make sure that's pushed all the way back, that's what it takes. If you want to follow me for a minute, basically all we got to do now is put that transmission up and in, run the line up to our clutch cylinder, and we should be good to go on that. Wanted to show you this. Dad's been working on an art project, so all these stickers and cars and all that stuff, so he's made us a wall. But I also want to do a little preview. It's on cardboard, but if you look here, this is the paint scheme for the Mustang. Big white stripe in the middle, 2 little white stripes, red all over. So we're going to go ahead and get this transmission put in. It's just, you know, put it up in place and put the cross member and stuff in. You already seen us do that on the when we put it in for trial fitting. So yeah, we're just going to do that. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.